Fun day for a project.
Good afternoon. We are getting a little bit of a late start today, but we had to go get materials for our fence. We have 20 posts and 20 bags of concrete, and it's our goal to get all of the 20 posts set in concrete by the end of the day.
Oh, it's not a goal, it's happening.
Yeah.
The game plan is we're going to start with the retaining wall side. Really, we wanted to start with the retaining wall. One, we needed to get that supported anyway, but it also gives us a great foundation to start off of. Our 4x4s right here are actually 8 feet long. So we're gonna do a little bit of a hack. We're actually taking a post down on the other end, and instead of running a tape and measuring it and doing it that way, we're actually gonna take one of our 4x4 posts, it's 8 feet long, we've already confirmed that, and mark it at the end. That's where each of the next posts go. So keep kind of doing that, get that whole one side marked out, get the holes drilled, get the concrete in, and then once that one side down there is, I think it's 8 posts, maybe 9 posts, got to double check that. We get those ones in place. Then once we hit the corner, we can go across the way and do the exact same thing. However many 20 posts gets us, it should be down the side of the retaining wall and then along the back end, and that should be a pretty good jump for us. So it's a lot, but it's gonna be a fun one. I'm actually looking forward to it. There's machinery.
Me too. And it's a pretty day, so why not?
Yeah. Hey, sweetie.
Hi, come here.
Hi.
We have a visitor. Hi.
Hi, lady.
Hi. Oh, you're a sweet lady.
Oh, who's a good girl?
Hi, sweet girl.
Oh, hi, sweetie. Oh,
Oh,
what's your name? You see a tag?
it's that guy's down there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hi,
he's
good
working
girl.
outside.
Oh, hi,
You're
sweetie.
a mama. You got puppies. You're such a good mama, I guess.
You're gonna have friends come moving in. You're gonna have friends moving in.
Good girl. What's your name? What's your name? I don't get it. Good
Sweet
girl.
girl.
Good girl. You gonna help us? You gonna help us? Oh, that's your buddies.
Oh, good girl.
Good girl.
You're a pretty bug. You're a pretty lady. Yeah.
Hey, we gotta get back to work. You can hang out with us if you want. So I met the neighbor down there and confirmed that her name is Nala. So we have a cute little dog neighbor. She is a mama. She had 10 puppies recently. So I'm sure she's tired.
You want to hold this end?
Big feet is dead center.
Hell yeah. So we'll roughly check that
Yeah, as we go.
as we go, just so that we have a good baseline. And you'll notice we did a really good job on completely on accident. The string line is more to keep this post
Yeah.
not twisted.
Coming to check if you can still see us with all those posts in the way. So we have 9 posts in with concrete. We still have to wet the concrete. What'd you do?
Oh, I showed my armpit. My bad.
And so we went all the way to the corner, as
Yeah.
you saw, and so we have 9 out of 20, so we have 11 left, and I think we should have a little contest to guess how long it'll take us to do the 12 or the 11. We have 11 posts left. How long did this take us, first of all?
So
We didn't time it, but
it's
roughly
2:30. Your cousin stopped by. We'll call it 2 hours.
Yeah, it took us about 2 hours to do this many. I think, so I'm going to say, and this includes drilling and
Yes.
setting.
Do remember,
It's not going to include the clearing. There's some leaf and brush that we have to rake, and that's going to take a while.
I'm including the little quick rake that we're going to have to do down there. So I'm going to say
We'll have to do it the same. Okay, so we'll include the raking.
it is exactly 2:30 right now. I'm saying 4:45 to 5 o'clock. It's 2 hours and 15 minutes to 2.5 hours is my
You got to guess. You can't give a
2:15.
range. All right,
2:15.
2:15, and Price is Right rules. So,
without going over. So
yeah, so 2:15. I'm going to go 2:16.
Oh, she plays dirty.
All right, we'll let you know who wins. Right, so winner buys and picks dinners. It's on. Maybe I'll drag my feet a little bit.
No.
Matthew's realizing how much raking we have to do. He's shaking in his boots. The plan has changed. I'm gonna set. The brush is just too thick, and there's a lot of vines and stuff that's like just stuck. It's just too much to do by hand with the tools that we have right now. So instead, we are going to wait. We have someone coming to do a little bit of grading of this, just to kind of like, obviously not make it flat, it's a hill, but to just make it so that it's a little bit smoother. There's just a lot of dips and things. And we initially had quoted for him to clear this out, so it doesn't really make sense to put the post in back there before the clearing. He got delayed. He should have been here by now, but so we're trying to wait on him to come do a little bit more clearing down here. So instead of doing the posts in the back, we are going to do the post along the other side of the yard. But we need to measure to make sure everything's going to line up properly from that corner post to that corner post. So that's what we're doing. We're just going to measure to make sure the posts are spaced properly, and then we'll start on the other side of the yard. So we'll redo our bet. We got this side all mapped out here and all of our materials in place, minus a few bags of the concrete, and we are going to start digging post holes. Our bet is completely just like derailed now. So we are going to do a new bet on how long it's going to take us. So now we pretty much just have to dig the holes and place the posts in concrete. So how long do you think it's going to be?
So
I'm going to say an hour and a half.
you're going an hour and a half. I'm going an hour and 31 minutes.
Okay. So he said an hour and 31 minutes. I'm going an hour and a half. So he switched on me. All right, we're going to get it done. The holes are dug. Now it's time to put the post in. I won the bet. It is 5:08 and I get to pick dinner and Matthew's got to pay for it. Yay! We are on our way to Lowe's. We were at the very end. I won our bet. We finished
Trip 2.
our getting our posts in, and the dry concrete in the hole with everything level and looking great. Told Matthew, I was like, hey, I'll clean up all of our tools if you want to go ahead and just start watering, putting water on the concrete in the holes. And somebody has stolen our water hose. So now we have to go to Lowe's. It's getting dark, so we're probably gonna work into the night getting water on all of our holes so that the concrete can set and so that the posts don't shift at all tonight. It is supposed to rain a little bit tomorrow afternoon, I think, so we just really want to get them set before the rain comes in, because if not, it's not gonna stop raining for a few days, so they won't set while it's actively like it can't dry out, right?
Yeah.
Is that how that works? Okay, I thought so. So we're on our way to Lowe's and we will work into the night. Our battery is almost dead, so we will probably touch base with you tomorrow morning. See you then.
Bye.
Good morning. We are back at our house working today. It has been 4 days since we were here last working on the fence. That's for a couple of different reasons. So the 3 days after the last time we worked on the fence, it rained for 3 days, like really hard rain. It was cold and just downpoured. So we could not get over to work on the fence, which has delayed us a little bit. But we were able to get a few projects done inside the house. The first project we did was hang a light above the sink. We went thrifting after Christmas and ended up finding a light that matches almost perfectly. So we were able to get the light for $34 plus 30% off, which made it, I think, around $24 or so, which is a great price on this light. The other thing that we did inside when it was raining was to install these shelves that you see behind me. I have been wanting to do shelves here for a couple of weeks. It's just the area calls for it. It's kind of just like a dead space in the corner. There's not a lot of room to do like a piece of furniture, but I really enjoy having shelving in my house. I have a lot of plants and I also collect a lot of vintage knickknacks, wall art, different things. So I really like to decorate shelves. It's one of my favorite things to curate in the house. We were able to hang these 3 shelves and we really just created them from a piece of wood. So you'll see we have some slats underneath that support the shelf. So we purchased a larger piece of wood that was 24 by 48 inches. So we were able to get 4 shelves out of that one piece of board. Today is quite cold and very foggy, and I plan to work inside the house today, trying to get the kitchen area clean. It's inside the cabinets. One, there's just stuff that we've stuck in there from construction. Just kind of clearing all of that out and wiping them down. There's a lot of dust and just small debris that has collected in the bottom of the cabinets and in the drawers that I want to clean out, just so that we can start bringing stuff over and have a little bit of a kitchen set up here even before we're moved in, so that we can, bring our lunch and have silverware and plates and glasses to drink from while we're over here. So that's what I'm going to work on today, is just doing a little bit of cleaning inside the house on this really gross, cold, damp day. The cabinets are clean. I know you really can't tell a difference, but we totally can. The drawers and everything were just so dusty. And you saw the one where there was all the debris that I had to even sweep out of there. So it feels a lot better. And now I have, plates and utensils and things I'm gonna start putting away. And I have to figure out, it's time where we need to figure out how we're gonna lay out our kitchen in terms of what goes in each of the cabinets. So time to start figuring it out. It's pretty exciting. So one of my favorite things that we did in this kitchen was add a dishwasher. I don't want to live without a dishwasher. I know a lot of people do it. We have done it for a little bit. In my mom's house, she ended up installing one while we've been living there with her. So it's just So great to just be able to put your dishes in the dishwasher at the end of the day and not have to wash every single dish that you use. It's a New Year's Eve miracle. Our workers actually showed up and we have some action happening at the back of our property. So you can see it's already looking a lot better, way less messy. And just getting all those roots and rock cleared so that we can do the fence. It is a beautiful day. First day of 2025. Starting it off with a project.
Hitting anything?
So, one of the reasons why we're having to be so careful right here by the house, obviously we don't want to run into anything with as we're drilling using the auger and the post hole diggers. There was a weird water line on the back part of the house that didn't go inside. We uncovered it while we were doing some other work back here, so we're not exactly sure where that water line runs, and we definitely don't want to hit that. That would be a really big mess and a really big problem. We ran into our first issue. There's definitely a pipe where we just drilled. We did not damage it in any way. It's cast iron, luckily, so we're just having to work around the pipe to get the fence post in. This is taking us way longer than it normally would, but we know that there is a sewage pipe that runs through kind of like beside where we're doing the fence, and we started to run into something hard in the ground, and obviously we want to proceed with the most caution that we can. We don't want to drill into our sewage line, but what we're finding is this is looks like an old roof tile maybe, or possibly part of an old abandoned terracotta plumbing system, and then there's also some concrete, so we're not really sure. We can see the other pipe, so we have not run into the other pipe again, but it's just taking us time because we don't want to make a critical error with the plumbing in this house. I don't even know if you can see what we're dealing with here. So this pipe is the active pipe, so you can see this is somewhat of a pipe. We think it's an old abandoned pipe, but it runs diagonal, and then this new pipe kind of goes in the old pipe.
Hey Jack, how you doing, buddy?
So we're just wondering if we messed something up or if it's okay. All right.
Open up the window too, just so I can hear you, just in case you shout.
Okay. So we talked to the plumber. He has done work on this house before, and he's actually in Florida. It is a holiday today, so he's on vacation in Florida, but he was able to FaceTime us, and we showed him the situation, and he thinks it's all abandoned. Even the pipe, like the newer pipe that's going into the old pipe, he thinks that it's all abandoned. So he said that he would just, we cleaned out that really old pipe where kind of it's like a hole in the side, and Matthew is going to flush the toilet. So hopefully water doesn't start spewing out of that hole, and if it doesn't, then we're just going to proceed as if these are dead. We're not going to like bust it up or anything, but we're just going to put the post next to it and proceed as if they were abandoned. So far so good. And the other thing our plumber Jack said was that this is not even, that's not big enough for a sewage pipe. That's about 2.5 inches, and it has to be 3 to be a sewage line. So he's really not sure exactly what that is. The 3-inch sewage is today's code. I'm not sure how long it's been that, but this is a very old house. So, I mean, it could just be grandfathered in. The sewage line is smaller. We are not really sure, but when Matthew flushed, I didn't hear any water running through that tube. So I think it might be abandoned. So thank you, Jack, for helping us. We set the camera down for a little while just so we could get some progress done. We did not make as much progress in the morning hours as we wish we had, but we are catching ourselves up. It was a really complicated line of posts, as you saw earlier with the situation with the plumbing. So we got all the posts done on that small little run. It's 5 posts, and then now we are going to start working on the area that connects the section that we did last time to the new section that we did this morning. And this side will have a gate, so this will be a very large 10-foot gate that we can drive through, and that's just to have access to the backyard in case we need it. So we are going to be installing some 6x6 posts for the gate to hold on to. That's a day. We hope to get further, but we got 10 posts set. It took us twice as long to get these 10 posts in than it did to get the 20 in a few days ago. So we were battling pipes. There was a lot of rock, and then after discovering there were pipes, the rocks we thought could be pipes, so we would have to double check and just dig. So a lot of things were happening up here that we didn't deal with when we did the sides, but the back should go pretty smoothly. There's definitely no plumbing back there that we're going to need to worry about tomorrow. So we will tackle the back property line fence post tomorrow, and then we'll get started on the wire. Another day, another fence session. Now we're just snipping off the excess, and then down here we'll work it around and cut it so that we can staple it to the retaining wall. Okay, back to stapling. The wire goes in a lot quicker than the posts do, so really liking the progress. So the camera battery died right as I was finishing stapling that very last section that we were working on. So I took the opportunity to come inside, plug the camera up, take a bathroom break. But we're gonna go ahead and continue on the wire running down the other side of the yard and get that going while the camera charges. I don't know if you could hear it in the background, but we have some workers out there. The company that we had come give a quote a few days ago to do the parking pad area, they are here. They showed up the day they said that they would, a little bit later, but he was very communicative, so way better experience than we've had with some of the other companies that we've been trying to work with. So really excited to get that going. He said it should only take a day, so hopefully by the end of the day we will have a brand new beautiful parking pad to reveal to you. And they're also grinding the stump that is out there, so that was a really big pine tree that was very much on its way to dying, or very much on its way to dead. So we had that cut down a few weeks ago, and we're glad that that stump will finally get ground down, and we'll be able to hopefully make that just a little bit of a yard area, or maybe even a garden. So we'll keep you posted what we end up doing with that space. Welcome back. We are outside. We just took our lunch break, and we've gotten a lot done today, more than we've gotten in a couple of days now. We were just making really good progress with the wire. It goes much quicker than the posts do, but we are now going to move to the back of the property. We have the auger rented for the rest of the day, and we need to get the back row of posts installed. 8 posts to go. All done. And that was a record time too. It took us an hour to get the 8 holes dug and the post set. So we're getting better. Welcome back. It is day 6 of the fence, and hopefully it is the final day that we will be working on this fence. The only section that we're kind of concerned about not completing today is the retaining wall section of the fence, because we need to backfill and we are waiting on gravel. So we need to have some gravel back there to help with drainage, and we will put in a corrugated pipe so that the water does not sit behind the retaining wall, but it just flows out down the hill the way we'd like it to. So that is the only factor that we're a little bit concerned about, but otherwise we should be able to finish the fence today. And we are so excited because this has gone on for days and it has been dragged out because of rain and waiting on materials, waiting on the back of the land to be cleared. So we are very excited that this will hopefully be the final day of the fence, and that is one step closer to getting us moved into our new house. While I was tacking the fence in the back, Matthew has been working on installing our first gate. This is a 4-foot that will walk from our eventual deck out to the parking pad. He's getting that installed now. We got a gate. Fancy. Ooh.
Dig out a little bit.
Ah.
Good thing we got that gate.
By the end of the day, it will be relevant. We have gravel, which means we will be able to finish the retaining wall, which means we'll be able to put the wire on top of it. So it's a good day. We're going on the outside.
Good point.
I was like, wait, this is set up to be right. That's why it's good to have 2 people.
A little bit brain dead.
I know, I'm tired too.
Bless it.
I swear, if I've gotten 1 call today, I've gotten 15 calls. It's flurried a few times since we've been out here, but it only lasts like a few seconds. But our fence is going really well. It's starting to look more like a fence. We have the cross rails here on this corner. So here's an idea of what it will look like all the way around. We just have to add the cross rails. So lots of work to do, but it's coming along. So here you can see we have our corrugated pipe. There is rock under that as well as on top of it. And now we have our landscape fabric. We're going to wrap it over top of this for a nice little corrugated pipe rock burrito. And then we'll cover it with dirt, and this dirt will come down so it'll look a lot nicer in a few minutes. We're almost done. We worked well into the night tonight. It is a little after 6 o'clock, but it's been dark for probably about an hour. We wanted to just get it done, and we did. We cannot wait to show you the progress tomorrow.
It's a game changer. We had the excavating company come out and do a parking pad, and they ended up doing a little bit more than we actually initially discussed, but we are so happy with the results, and we are 85% enclosed. We're gonna finish it off tomorrow, but we got the drainage pipe done. A lot to show you.
See you in the
Can't wait.
morning.
Night.
Good morning. We are excited to show you our progress on the retaining wall today. This corner looks so much better. You can see that we sloped it to match our neighbor's yard grade, and there is no more ditch behind the retaining wall. There are no more mounds of dirt in front of the retaining wall. We're really glad we pushed through last night because that dirt would have been frozen this morning, and we can get a jump start on the wire. Matthew was really eager to get this up this morning, and he couldn't even wait for me to get the camera equipment out. So at this point, we have the wire fully on top of the retaining wall. He is working to bend some of the top wires down because we had to use the 5-foot wire, and this is only 4 feet tall since the retaining wall is the base of this section. He's working to bend these down while I go through and tack the wire to the posts. So we'll show you the progress soon.
We're enclosed.
So we haven't done the bars except for here in the front where you can see it from the street. So we still need to go down the sides, the back, but we are fully enclosed. The pups will be able to come over here. We're going to get started on some of the bars today, but it'll probably take us a few days. And we don't know if we'll continue to do that immediately or maybe just wait. We are pretty tired. I'm not gonna lie, we're pretty tired after the past couple of days. They've been pretty strenuous. They've been long days. So we got to the point where we are fully enclosed, and we may take a little bit of a break, but we do need to get some seed down. So we're not gonna stop working just yet, but it is a little bit of a lighter day today, which I'm looking forward to.